how do you really get through to an owner to say, like, here's where the real savings are?
Well, one of the questions I like to ask, and I don't, if any of the ACM guys in DC are listening or anywhere else, sorry, but well, you are one of them. I like to ask, and the more vertical it is, I think the more important the answer is. The number of stories is okay. On your last tower that you did the model on the right, how long did you expect the ACM to take, or whatever the system is, the EFIS system, and how long did it take? And if you're in a booming market, how many capable trades with how many people working in each of those companies are out there versus what we confidently know, and you can call any of our references, we know we can put those panels, into our system, unitize them, and stand up the building. No one's crawling on the outside afterwards. So I think that's the first way to try to shift the mentality. I think it comes back to doing one for that group and them seeing the advantages themselves right in front of their face and strategizing for the next tower, how to take advantage of those things, because it's just really hard as a line item to compel someone and convince them the quantity of time and what the time's worth.
And on the estimating side, the answer is menus. The answer is a lot of communication. And when we first, and we still do this now, but it was a lot more in the earlier days when we were not being drawn into buildings. We looked at projects that had ACM and glass and said, that's a great project to unitize it. So we would give a unitized quote. The actual dollar difference between a cold form metal frame wall, sheeting, air barrier, ACM versus unitized window wall, they're very close to each other. Within $5 a square foot, sometimes even depending on the market.
In your market, yeah.
The challenges, most estimators that are working for the general contractors don't quite understand the concept of what you're offering them. And so if you just give them a lump sum price that has all the metal panel included in the window wall, and they're still carrying the cold form framing and building all these knee walls on the other side of their budget, then your pricing will never be looked at twice. So it's a lot of color coding and explaining and making sure who you're submitting it to. If you're going to take the effort to bid the job and offer that solution, then you have to go the extra step and make sure, almost to an annoying degree, that they understand your price is not valid unless they're looking at the other side of the coin.